And we are live in Action Family Rock and Roll. Thank you guys so much for being here tonight. We got Brenda Ghani and, of course, Mark Hoverson. High five, everybody.
Boom.
And we're also
Pumped up, everybody.
Yeah, we might have like Fraser might pop on here in a little bit. The links are out, so that people might just randomly pop in. But what we're going to do tonight is tell you about the Internet Lifestyle Network, why people want you here, why people are so excited, passionate, and just want you to understand what it's all about to live the Internet lifestyle. So, as most of you guys have already seen, you've watched Mark's story video. Most of you guys have probably seen that, like, probably within the last few days. People have been probably going, hey, check this out, check this out, check this out. And today, you're here to really feel out what Mark's all about. You're kind of like, man, I saw a guy behind this really awesome video. Let's figure out how he actually overcame all those odds. Because, Mark, in the beginning of your video, you talked about how a lot of people were saying you were just going around and around and around in circles, right? In the beginning.
Well, I was an actual counselor, I was in an official, formal counseling scenario.
Yeah. So,
and
like,
he said, how's your business? Right? I said, well, I think I'm turning a corner. And I told him that every week, right?
Oh, man.
And he literally got up. He said, to me, it sounds like every week, it's like you're turning a corner. And he got up like this. And he walked in a circle. And he laughed, and I'm not going to lie, it was kind of funny. Because I did say every week I'm turning a corner. I just chose to believe that I was turning a corner, because if you're taking notes on tonight, and it's a good idea to take notes because we're going to drop some bombs, is that if you make success anything other than progress, that's my only definition for success. I don't have the word failure operating in my algorithm. The only word is progress. So if that's true and you're starting here and you're buried in debt, you know nothing about online marketing, you know nothing about real distribution of value to people, the income equation, personal branding, and a week later, you now know more, you have a video out there, a lead has came in. Now, maybe you haven't achieved 6 figures, maybe you're not debt-free, maybe you're not driving a new BMW, maybe none of that has happened, but progress has happened. You're a success. That in my brain. Mm-hmm. So I did my whole equation on, you know what, I'm better right now than I was last week. And so I would just tell people if they ask, like, I'm turning a corner.
I love it.
And then one day, like, things started actually happening physically, and that leads us to today.
Rock and roll. All right, so what I'm going to do real quick, I'm going to go to my screen, and I'm going to show you guys for here who are watching this right now, and for the recording, like I got a funny face. And what you're going to want to do is you're going to scroll down here if you want to really see exactly what everything's going on, because we're not going to cover everything step by step tonight. But right here it says, what is ILN going to do for you? Watch this. So it's going to give a little bit of this story that we're about to watch real quick together, and then it's going to go into the step-by-step details. So for those of you guys who are just getting here tonight, I know a lot of people want to just watch stuff live, so they've been waiting on this real quick, but this is going to be a little 3-minute quick little video of Mark's little background that everybody's all pumped about, and then we're going to go into what exactly the Lifestyle Network is going to do for you. All right, so let me go ahead and zoom in real quick. And over here on the right side on the comments, guys, go ahead and put where you guys are from. You're going to find out how global the internet is. People are from Australia, from China, from the UK. I mean, it's crazy how global you can get with the internet. That's why your business can grow so fast. So let's watch this video together, and then we'll go from there. It's only going to be 3 minutes, and we'll get rocking. If we can get some sound. Here we go.
Drinking myself to sleep, passing out, crying, and that's what it did to me. That's why I let it happen. I mean, we would have neighbors bring us groceries, so we would bring, and we would put the groceries on the floor and get on our knees and touch the food and thank God for the food. So I was very grateful, and I was very broken in that environment. And then maybe that same night, I buy a 12-pack of beer and drink myself to passing out on the floor, crying, because I'm so broken. So it was a mixture of, faith and desperation and all these things. There was mornings I couldn't get out of bed, and my wife would just read books over me. She would just read words over me. and she would tell me just do it. But I was so broken. I mean, I wouldn't say I was suicidal, but I began to Google like how to beat depression right before I was on the edge of it, because I felt I was on the edge. I was right on the edge of tipping over and just losing it, and it was crushing. So that thing is to not be able to provide is it emasculates a person. It really does. So what do though? You just work your way, you sweat your way out of it, I guess. I just sweated and just didn't give up. I could have given up. I probably should have at many points. There was no reason to believe otherwise, right? Talked to my friend one time and he got up. And I was going through counseling. I was seeing a counselor for it. I just was so screwed up. I was so gone. And he said, how's your business going? I said, well, I'm turning the corner. And after about a month, he said, he literally got up out of his desk and he said, it seems like to me, every week you're turning the corner, and he just started walking in circles. And you see the sign was, that's what your business is, it's just walking in circles. So there's a verse, I think it's in Malachi, where it says, if you bring the tithe into my storehouse, and it assumes integrity and hard work and 6 days and all that, then I'll bring in so much blessing that I'll open the windows of heaven and bring in so much blessing you won't know where to put it. And it's this idea, and I literally would visualize all this wealth coming into my account. The federal government had a limit. I think it was a $100,000 limit on how much you could put in a bank account. And we maxed that freaking bank account out, and I literally had to go find another bank account to put money in. I mean, it was the manifestation. I saw these things happening. But I believed in them way before I had any real reason to. It's like I would imagine that my clients would see me at a live event, throw their hands around me and hug me and cry and tell me how much they changed my life. Now, every week, there are clients that have tearful stories of how my story and my impact and this and that has changed their lives. I mean, it's incredible. But I saw it all before there was any reason to believe. And it's happened in a bigger measure than I even imagined. But the key is you have to see this stuff. And you have to believe it when no one else does. That's what you have to do. And then maybe God says, okay, well done. It's yours.
All right. So that video right there, I go into the full details of what you're going to get inside the Internet Lifestyle Network and how you literally can transform. Okay, so what I want to do real quick, Mark, before I kind of go over some of that video with you and what people are feeling and experiencing as they're watching that, what I want to show you guys real fast, let me zoom back out because it's a little bit crazy. What you guys are here at the Internet Lifestyle Network for is essentially to come down here, click here right now to get started learning and earning is what it says. You'll open up this window and you're going to get started for $14.95 a month. And what you're going to get access to for $14.95 a month is everything that you essentially need to start living this internet lifestyle. Okay? To live this internet lifestyle, you need wisdom, you need knowledge, you need training, you need to know exactly what you need to attract people to your business. Think about tonight, think about the situation that you're in right now on this actual webinar. I got to get rid of this face. All right, on this actual webinar, because think about it. We didn't, Mark, Brenda, we didn't go find you. You're here. So you were attracted to this webinar, okay? We never found, we didn't have to look up phone books. We didn't have to go find an email list. We didn't have to do anything. We attracted you here. That's what the internet lifestyle is all about. It's about attracting people to whatever your business is, all right? So what we're going to teach you guys is all that kind of stuff right here inside of the Internet Lifestyle Network University. That's what you're going to get access to for $14.95 a month. You're going to come inside here. Once you get inside and get access to it, back here in this back office training, it's called the Apprentice Training. Right here you start with the $8-figure million-dollar day. Okay, this is essentially how Mark had to get rid of all the undone things in his life to really go after his dreams and be able to have that success story that you guys watched. As you can see, when we go inside of here, it's kind of crazy. But this is in the back of the membership area they're going to get access to. It's called the $8-figure million-dollar day. All right? And down here below, we have a cool, fun game. There's all kinds of stuff. We make it a really fun kind of situation versus like a training environment. This isn't like a university at school. It's boring. This is actually fun. But check us out. We have 158 comments. We've only been doing this for about a month now. And as you can see, it's just video after 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 video of breakthroughs. Okay, I'm talking complete breakthroughs. I'm talking about sometimes breaking down emotionally in happiness because finally, for the first time in their life, they're seeing and visualizing what can happen for their life. So, the beginning of everything, if you want to be a leader, you want to be an entrepreneur, you want to do anything in this life, whether it be a direct sales business or your own business, you need eyeballs to your business, but then you have to be able to remove all the crap and junk in your life and really have an open mind and open vision. Mark, give a real quick 1-minute explanation why people are having breakthroughs going through this $8-figure million-dollar day.
Well, Vince, you know you have a tough time containing me to 1 minute, but
I know.
here's the short story. I mean, the internet lifestyle starts and ends with you, and the internet is just in between. Okay, everybody understand that? The internet lifestyle allows you to create a lifestyle that you desire, and it uses the internet. But if you are the same person today that you are tomorrow, you're going to have the same thing you have today tomorrow. You're going to feel the same thing, and you're going to be the same person tomorrow. So transformation must occur. So what the $1 million day did, I started doing it in my own life where I pretended that there was a guy watching me with $1 million, and he was just silent. And I pretended, literally in my brain, I pretended that he was watching me, and he was an investor, and would he give $1 million to Hoverson Incorporated based on my potential, based on who I was. So I began living that way, and then I started making this huge to-do list, like everything in my life, from how I kept my garage to the attic, to the car, to my business, to my taxes, to my internet. Like I scraped the whole thing, my physical health, everything. And I said, I made this huge list, and I pretended like, if this guy would give me $1 million at the end of the day, could I get everything on that list completed for $1 million frickin' dollars? And the truth of it is, I really could, where I could at least get close. So I began to live that way, the $1 million day. And to no surprise, I would say it's a shocker, but it's not a surprise, is that I've actually generated, and I haven't been able to keep it all because we pay affiliates and everything we do so much because they're our partners, and that's what makes the world go around. But I've actually generated over $1 million in a day. And I believe it's because I magnetized my mind and I magnetized my hands to get busy. And I've actually generated $1 million in a day. But the whole $1 million day was make a list of everything. And Brenda, you've done this thing, and you did like back-to-back-to-back $1 million days or something. You went crazy, didn't you?
I'm muted.
There you go.
I'm muted. I absolutely did. I was planning on doing it on a Friday because I got all of my work stuff done so that I could start as soon as I dropped my kids off on school on Friday. And I had my mother-in-law picking them up from school, so I had the whole day. And I completely underestimated the time that it was going to take to actually do everything on my list. And I went all the way until like 2 in the morning that day. And then I was like, nope, I couldn't stop because I was like, I can't stop until this is done because I just don't like unfinished stuff. It went all the way through to Sunday. I mean, obviously I had to stop a little bit on Saturday and Sunday, but it was like 2 a.m. Saturday and Sunday until finally I got everything off of that list that I had wanted to try to get done. But it was an amazing thing. I didn't even think it was going to be that impactful for me, but it really was, and especially looking back since it's been a little while. Absolutely.
Yeah. And Vince, you asked for the 1 minute thing, and here we are, 7 minutes later. But people don't this is one of those weird things that until you do it, you can't imagine what it does for you. You just can't. You can't imagine until you actually go through it. But the purpose isn't just like a spring cleaning in your life. The purpose is to clear all the psychic baggage and weight and drains, including conversations you're not having with your spouse or your kids or your parents or your mother or whoever. Clear all that garbage and be able to shift your mind from the back and move into the future. So the vision is to become prolific and to have ideas and have action immediately. So, I could tell you story after story after story about how fast my ideas manifest. They manifest back, like really fast and a lot of times really big, really, really quick, like the Lemonade Crusade. I mean, we're going to be I think we'll be over 100 kids. And I had an idea, and then like 2 days later, we've got kids, and it's going to be and in a couple years, we could have thousands of kids. But I don't have baggage in my mind isn't focused on anything other than the future. because I've cleared all that shit.
Mm-hmm.
That's what the $1 Million a Day does. I mean, and if you're watching this and you're not in Apprentice, pay $14.95 and just test us on this. Watch the 2-hour training, engage it for a day, and if you're not blown away, just hit our support and say, you know what, that was hyped. I want my money back. And we'll give you your money back with a smile. We don't care. But it will begin the shift for you to understand, first off, that you do control so much of your life. You control it. There is so much in your control that you're not seizing. And this is the day that shows you, like, wow, I control my environment. I control my car. I control my home. I control my finances. I control. And the more you understand you control, the more power you have, and the more power you can serve. So, cut me off, Vince.
All right, y'all. For those of you guys who are out here watching who've gone through the $1 Million a Day, go ahead and shoot your comments over there for everybody else that's watching. If you loved it, what it felt, and all that good stuff, and then we'll move on here while we roll. And the $1 Million a Day, essentially, it's ridiculous. And Mark's already sold it for $37, so whoever buys it for $14.95 is stealing it. So it's all good. So, anyways, let's go. Let's run over here a little bit more. Right here in the apprentice training. I mean, you're getting all this for $14.95 a month. It's a little ridiculous. But we also got 8-figure branding and attraction marketing. This is what I've really done the last few years to really just kind of get my brand out there and get rolling. But nothing really happened until I started really diving in with Mark. But we'll get into that story here in a second. But basically, what this does is it teaches you how to go from a spammy, scammy, annoying marketer to an attraction marketer that people actually want to listen to your stuff. Okay, you really have to get to people's hearts when you're going through copy. Now, last webinar I went over it, a little bit more, but what I want to do is, like I said, I'm just going to recommend for tonight that if you really want to dig down deep, that you go down here below this video and watch this full-on thing. It's 40 minutes long, and you can watch everything. So I'm not going to go over every detail tonight, so we can get in, get out, and get rocking. But essentially, at the end of the day, it's $14.95 to access this stuff. You see the transformation, the testimonials right here again, 112 comments. I mean, it's a little ridiculous that it's behind a membership area. I mean, I've never seen anything like this in a membership area because it's one of those things, like most people will buy stuff and they don't engage. Like, that's just the law of life, essentially. That's why there's only 99% of people who use it are successful. What we do here is we get so much engagement because of Mark's a genius, and he created this game environment, so you guys are earning points on everything as well. As you can see, we've got point systems right here. And you guys earn points, you win prizes. I mean, essentially, if you do this and you actually earn these points, you're going to end up making money. I mean, we can't promise you, but this is what we've done to create an income. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just one of those deals. You take it step by step, you actually do it, you're going to win these prizes, and you're going to, essentially create an income. Right here on the homepage of the Internet Lifestyle Network, we always recognize our top affiliates of the week, things like that. Brenda was actually second last week. And then here's the cool little games and prizes you win. We give away iPad minis, this like $300-some pin, a little ridiculous. Kindle Fires, bamboo splash pins, all kinds of fun stuff. So
Vince, I only have, this is a $40 pen.
Yeah.
I don't even have a $300 pen.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I mean, what the heck? This is awesome.
It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun to see who gets that. And then, so like I said, then we got Solomon CEO Discovery. Like I said, I could go on and on, but you guys just need to watch the video below. What we're here today is really kind of just answer the question of what it takes to get over all of the crap in your life that, people will say to you and try to bring you down. Because at the end of the day, for $14.95 a month, you don't have anything to lose. And like I said, we have a 100% money-back guarantee, so you can go down below this video right here that you're watching. Click here where it says click here to start learning and earning, and just buy it. 100% guarantee back. It's just one of those things, like, why would you not just give it a shot? You know what I mean? And then the next thing is, there's so many shiny objects and things like that on the internet that we understand that you might have already gone through crap and things like that. So if you really do want to take a free little test drive and check our community out, come up here to the top right, enter your name and email, and say, yes, I'll give it a shot. And what you're going to do is you're going to land right here on our community on Facebook. As you can see, we have 1955 right now. We have almost 2,000 members. My goal is to get 2,000 by tonight, so we'll see what happens. I believe that we're going to do it. Our whole goal as a community was. And you'll see in here that you can kind of just roll down here. People are coming in by the minute. I'm not even kidding. If I just scroll down, you're going to be seeing new people being welcomed in at every single minute, every single hour. It's kind of crazy. You know, like it's just fun. I mean, you're gonna see the most engaged community that you've ever seen on Facebook. I guarantee that. There's really, you know, everybody comes in here and kind of gets mind blown. And you know, every day I kind of look here and I'm wondering if this is even real because it's just so wild. I've never seen anything like this. And Mark, you know, has been in the industry for 5 years. You said you've never seen anything like this before either, which
No,
is
it's a little weird.
which is awesome. So
Yeah, what's awesome, here's what's awesome about it, Vince, is that if you look in our community, like, there's just not the money-mongering language. You know what I mean? Like, people are making some money, and it's cool, and they'll make more, and, you know, but it's not like, that's not all there is. Brenda, you know what I'm saying? Like, people are really engaged and impacted by the content, and that's, I would say, like, if I have any kind of, like, specialty, my specialty, because I used to believe in poverty. I actually believed there was a moral virtue to it. I believed that struggle, it was virtuous. I believed a lot of weird things. Well, anyway, I was able to take myself out of that, but I was really aware of how I was coming out of it. And that's what's happening for people. They're like, wait a minute, like, the way I'm viewing the world is a little goofy. Like, you know, Brandon, don't you see that in the community? It's more like personal breakthrough. And then all the technicalities and Facebook posts and webinars and YouTube, that's easy. That stuff is technical, easy. That monkey can do that stuff. But until you psychologically shift, you're screwed. You're going to be exactly who you are today, tomorrow, unless you shift. So, Brenda?
Yeah, I mean, as far as the group goes, when we had our GRN group way back when, it was like that was the neatest group I'd ever been a part of. It was very different. This supersedes that group by far.
Totally.
I mean, it's completely different, and it's really interesting to see. I mean, the comment how engaged people are in their growth that they're having, and you actually get to witness people having these aha moments because they're sharing them, and the different insights that other people have almost makes you reflect on yourself and think, oh yeah, I didn't even get that out of that. That's true, and you can actually have like somebody else's aha impact you also. So.
Well, like, did you guys see Christy Johnson's aha about her growing up as a African American and some of that like stuff that came with that? That shocked me. I was like blown away by that whole insight, and that was something I didn't. You know, you see that, but we see that over and over and over, and people having just crazy personal experiences, and then you know, as this community matures and as we grow together, like, more and more money stories will be showing up, but that's not what we're leading with. We're leading with a lot of personal transformational work and leadership stuff. And then ironically, as people, like, you take Angie Hernandez, you look at what she's done, all of a sudden she's posting Facebook posts now, and she's getting comments, and things are starting to kind of like percolate and circulate, and she made that $500 commission or whatever it was, but all of it's following personal transformation. You know what I mean? It all follows. All your results follow your own personal vision. So it's been crazy to watch, that's for sure.
Oh, totally. All right, so for those of you guys who are out there who don't give a crap about personal transformation, you want to talk about the money. Let's talk about some money real quick. I'm going to just show you our top. Well, actually, let's talk about Brenda real quick. Brenda, just a couple months ago, made a little over 10 grand in a month, right? Or was it like half a month? Like 2 weeks?
Yeah, it was like a week and a half.
Oh, so okay, my bad. So it's just ridiculous. So I mean, there's all kinds of crazy success stories. A mentor is really only good. A leader is really only good unless they have a whole bunch of success stories. Mark, he's got success story after success story after success story. So like for me, I mean, Brenda's a crazy success story. I'm a crazy success story. I mean, Mark, after I got under him, I went from $2,000 a month up to $50,000 a month. I mean, it's crazy what happens when you shift the wisdom. So for those of you guys who are out there who are just money hungry, but you don't really want to shift and transform your life.
Yeah, we have a place for you too. Yeah, place for you, Mr. Money Hungry.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So what we're gonna do, and I'm gonna show you just some of our success stories of this week right here in our private group right here. But right here on our top affiliates of the week, we got Michelle Pesco-Solido. She dropped a $3,250 sale. Plus, she's making, I think, a few $100 residual income with just ILN already within a month. Richard just dropped himself a $3,250. And then Ron, I don't even know who Ron is and he dropped $1,000. So do you know who Ron Traum is?
Yeah, Ron he does straight retail.
That's awesome. So
Richard and Ron, both of those are just people buying the platinum travel.
That's amazing.
Not buying it to make money. And another silver came in today, and another platinum came in, I think, yesterday. And those are just people buying the product like they would buy a can of Coke. They're not buying it so they can make money from Coke. They're just buying it because they love the product. GRN does so much product. It's just sick.
It's crazy. So yeah, so we're getting into money, and then Fraser McDonald is actually our top ILN affiliate, and he's only a 22-year-old kid. He's already up to $1,000 a month residual already. So he's making that every single month. It's pretty exciting. A 22-year-old kid. He was
What's
actually
he at now?
1,000 residual.
Nice.
So I mean, yeah, the monthly.
He's only been in like a couple weeks.
Yeah, it's pretty insane what can happen when you go after it. Brenda, I'm not sure what you're at already. You might be already at.
It's
5?
pretty close. I haven't looked in a little while, but yeah.
Yeah, 5 to 6.
You're not gonna let that punk UK kid beat you, are you, Brenda? That's.
Well, you know what? I just made like 10K this weekend, so I'm alright.
Yeah, eat that, Fraser.
Eat that, Fraser. Get some. That's funny. And then Rhonda, I think she's like probably somewhere around where you are, about $500-600 a month already, just in ILN stuff. But both of them have sold a bunch of GRN stuff, obviously, and like I said, done high ticket things. Because we have GRN. GRN is our back end of the Internet Lifestyle Network. But like I said, I mean, if you want to
What's going on, Internet Lifestyle Network?
Sorry.
Oh, it's so
Sorry.
pumped.
I went to go see.
Because essentially, okay, and then all these points games winners, I'm going to get back to something I just thought about, but all these points game winners up here, that's the monthly challenge. So they've rocked it out. Jeremy won the iPad last month, but now we're giving away actually 10 prizes because, you know, Mark said that was cool after I said, hey, Mark, why don't we give away 10? He's like, all right. So it's all good. All right, so at the end of the day, what you have to do essentially if you want to make like crazy income like Mark and Brenda and myself and all the other leaders and things like that, you have to have, when you start a business, you have to have a small entry point. That's why we created this $14.95 a month. Everybody can afford it. And then in that small entry point, you got to be able to upgrade essentially your wisdom, but you still need to make some money, right? You still need to make some income, but there has to be a product there that really gives, you know, true value. And so you can already see in the testimonials, and you can see testimonials all over the damn place about how much value that the $14.95 is. Then we have a $95 a month level that is going to essentially just, you know, take you to the next level. We don't recommend you always just jump right into it because at the end of the day, we really have this set up inside as a step-by-step process. You have to finish the training to get to the next one and finish the training to get the next one. If we wanted to just create income off of you guys, then it would just be about, hey, get in, get everything. You know, that's not what we're all about. We're like, make sure you finish it step by step by step by step so you go through the process and really kind of go through this cycle that essentially all of us went through that Mark kind of brought under his mentorship that really excelled our business. So it's cool. So inside you have the opportunity to create income the entire way. You just essentially bring people on this journey with you. And then on this back end, we're talking about these $3,000 sales. There's even up to $7,700 sales. We have this really awesome travel product where you can travel, you know, 90% off Expedia's pricings all over the world, you know, up to 90%. 60% is usually about the low, but it's always a really good deal. And you can make, you know, $3,250 on one sale. You can make $7,700 on one sale. It's kind of crazy. So that's how you really skyrocket your income. You get a nice recurring income rolling, and then you jump into this high ticket thing, and that's when just things shoot off. Like the only reason I made the money that I created in 15 days after I got with GRN was because I made $3,250 per sale. You can't do that on a whole bunch of smaller end stuff. So what's nice is, you know, I feel this, you know, $14.95 a month we have in the beginning is the easiest sale ever. Like, there's nothing for the value out on the internet, I don't believe, that you can get for it. And we also are coming out with blogs, so you're going to be getting a blog set up for you as well. Those are about to come out for those of you guys who've been waiting for the last couple of weeks. Those are about to come out. What we're doing is, actually, Mark needs to create a blog post for us all, and so do I. and we're going to use Brenda's, I think, already for GRN. So we've been putting in these automatic blog posts so you can leverage these leaders' stories, which is going to be really cool. So, yeah, I had to throw that out there on you, Mark. You know what I'm saying, for the public.
Is it working meeting for me or what?
One more thing to add to your plate.
Yeah. I don't have anything going on anyway. So.
Mark doesn't have a whole bunch of stuff behind the scenes or anything. But So, anyways, that's what we're doing with those blogs. So those are going to be amazing. You're going to be able to leverage stories because a lot of people are like, how am I supposed to get in and really like, tell people that you can create an income and upgrade your things and all that. It's like you just leverage this situation, leverage what, our success stories are, what Mark's done for other people, things like that, and then you'll have your own.
I think the big thing with ILN, and I think why it's working, is, I mean, you can go out and get 100% commissions in other spots. You can, like, there's a lot of options online. You can do anything you freaking want, right? But why are people crashing in here at 50% commissions? I mean, they keep coming. Is it not weird? Why is it?
It's not weird. It makes complete sense to me. I'm seeing these names in here that are like, really? They're in here too now. Look at that. And they're big names other places. And I find it interesting. I mean, everybody has that whole little multiple streams of income, so they're just adding on to what they're doing. But there's a reason they're getting pulled over here. And honestly, Mark, it has a lot to do with you. These trainings that you have, everybody's been promoting them and talking about them for like the last year whenever they came out, and we never made any money for it. Well, now we get to, now they're inside this whole ladder system, and it makes a lot of sense. And there's no hype with this stuff. There's no out there just scammy stuff. It's completely genuine. It's very transparent. It goes along with the people that have that feel that they want to promote stuff like that. So it's not surprising when I see some of these names that I'm seeing coming in here, because it's like, yeah, I've known them for like maybe even 2 years, and I know they've been looking for stuff, and now they've kind of found this, and it's the same reason we're all here. It's because we're all this. It's the same like-minded people that are all here that have that same goal of changing their lives, changing their family. They want to be very, morally to their code of who they are, to be able to promote something that they're happy to promote. That's not flashing cars, and it's not, saying words that they might not want their kids to be saying on their videos and stuff. So, I mean, to me, that has a lot to do with it. It's not surprising to me, and I think it's definitely something that our industry needs, and that's one of the reasons I'm here. I'm glad to be able to promote all of the value that you have in your trainings, and the fact that it's all in one place. It's got the whole ladder system and GRN on the back end. To me, it just makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing, and I think the big thing, because it's a mystery. I mean, if you were to look and think that the only reason, and what ILN is proving is that people do want and require money. They must have it, right? But what the ILN, I believe, is proving is that people feel iffy doing things they don't believe in, right? And so what happens is people get into ILN, they do the $1 million day, and they're just like, oh my gosh, like that has to be done by people. Other people have to do that. And so they promote. And they promote at 50% commissions instead of other options. And I'm not against any of this stuff. I mean, all of it's game, like multiple streams all over the place. I have streams everywhere coming. So I'm all for I'm not against anything out there, just so you guys know, except for a couple of them. But I'm not barely against anything. Like, I have friends in everything.
Yeah.
But what's crazy about ILN is people come in and they do the content and they have the breakthrough, and they're able to promote this with enthusiasm versus promoting something that they know is really just about money. They know that at the end of the day, and they don't feel good about that, so they gravitate to this. Or they're promoting something they feel good about, and they also gravitate to this because, we've generated through some of my information, I mean, like virtually, like not everybody in the industry, but virtually every top earner has consumed almost all of my content. I mean, almost all of it. Like, it shocks me. And Lloyd's a good example. Like, I was at a conference, and Matt Lloyd's coming up like, "Yeah, man, I've been studying your," he'll tell me that he's been studying my stuff. I'm like, shit, are you serious, Lloyd? That's hilarious to me. But, like, a lot of people study this stuff, and then they use it and apply it, and they grow their income. So ILN is a phenomenon in a little way, and it's a credit to people like really engaging, because all the gamification is about action. Because we don't promise come in and get rich. That's not anywhere in the game.
Yeah.
It's promise come in, get busy, and money follows. It'll attract to you. But it's been quite a start of a ride, that's for sure.
For sure, for sure. All right, so there's two things marked real quick that I want
Yep.
to see what your insight is on this, and this is going to be tough. What is the elevator speech for ILN?
Hey, I don't even know.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know what to say because there's so much value inside of it. I don't know how. What would you say to
Well,
someone?
I would tell you this, like, so my Facebook has been getting blown up, right? It's like, I see an ILN. I'm like, they want me to explain it. I'm like, this is the beauty of ILN. It's $14.95 with a 30-day refund. Just like do it. Like,
Yeah.
there's, ILN doesn't require a conversation. It's like there's hundreds of people breaking down emotionally, having breakthroughs, making money, having their friends. People, and I'm not saying it's the first time online. I'm saying it's a unique experience in my 5 years so far, or 6, whatever it's been, where people are telling their friends to join ILN. Like, that's weird. Like, usually online, you're so ashamed of the little shit you promote that you're just like hoping strangers buy it.
Yeah,
I know you were
sure.
talking about like not swearing, so had to throw that in for you.
Kind of right. I
You
don't
know,
have
but it's like usually like that's the deal. Like you wouldn't tell your real people about this, and people are actually having friends get in and do the $1 million a day. They're having their friends come in and do the Solomon Discovery. Like this, I've never seen that online. I'm not saying it doesn't exist. I just haven't seen that kind of stuff. So I think the elevator speech is if someone's perked up, and we're attraction marketing, so we don't give that speech unless someone at least approaches.
Right, of
Right?
course.
So at the approach, when I get the Facebook thing, I'm like, it's $14.95, bro. See ya. Like, check it out. Like, I'm not going to spend. This thing doesn't require even 5 minutes of conversation. Not with 100% 30-day money-back guarantee. Not with a couple thousand people validating their own, personal breakthroughs and financial breakthroughs and family breakthroughs with their kids, breakthroughs all over the place. It doesn't require a conversation to me. So the 30 seconds is like, no.
I love it. And I love how you,
It's
I
like,
love
do you are you connected to the internet? Here's the link.
That's so true, and I love that too because you said that. I mean, you would never be the person to approach it because you don't. Once you start really learning what this means to be the internet lifestyle mindset, you know that people are just going to be attracted to it, which is that's definitely the most exciting part. And then let's see, I think that's pretty much it. So what? Okay, let's try this one more, and then we're out of here. What would you tell to
I
somebody?
promised I'd only be on here for 30 minutes, so
Yeah.
I know you're looking at that clock.
You said 45 minutes, which
Did I really?
Then
No,
I
you
had
didn't. You said 30.
Thank you, Brenda,
No, I'm playing it.
for being the auditor of the truth.
Yeah. Sorry.
So, all right. Everybody wants to know. Okay, see how fast you can answer this. I mean, we've already answered this already, but
Did you just tell me to keep it short? Is that what that was?
this is so
How
funny.
fast you can answer this.
Okay, people want to know what this is going to do for them as fast as possible.
Okay.
What is this going to do for their future when
Are
they
they
join?
actually asking that, or is that your question?
They are asking that. Like
Psychologically, or actually in
In their head.
typing?
This
On
is
the internet.
yes.
Well,
this
that
is-
is true.
What
Alright,
is this?
so-
The only thing they care about is their future. So what is this going to do for their future?
Okay, I would say, what's it gonna do? It's a trick question because it's not gonna do anything. They can log in, they can pay $14.95. That's not gonna do anything. It's just not.
I love it. Okay.
Not gonna do a thing.
And then if they do take action.
Okay, so there we go. Now, if they wanna, now I will tell you this with no fear of like lack of integrity. If you pay $14.95 and you come in and you watch the 2-hour $1 million a day training, you make your exhaustive list like hundreds of people all over the world are doing, and then you pretend that you were offered $1 million if you can get through that in 24 hours, and you bust everything you have. You'll wake up to a new you didn't know exist. I had a kid tell me that the $1 million a day for him, it was like he woke himself up to a person he didn't know was inside him. That's what he said. He said it was like Neo in the Matrix when he woke up and he was a different person. Like he didn't realize what was inside of him. And I feel like the earth at large is like, I was at a zoo and there was a jaguar in a cage, a small cage, like a 10 by 10 cage. This fierce, strong, muscular, beautiful creature, and it was pacing inside a cage, you know, going kind of neurotic. I could tell it was not mentally healthy. It was just pacing in the zoo. And Brenda's very liberal, so that
Oh my God.
I teach Brenda all the time how they work. Okay, well anyway.
Wow.
What I think the $1 million day does, seriously, is I think the $1 million day, we have this amazing energy and power and strength to like that jaguar literally in its captivity never gets to run. I mean run where there's like 300 yards and it's chasing a rabbit and it's like fully expressed. It's fully moving in its design. That's just not how any of our culture's set up. So what I believe the $1 million day does is actually starts putting you in your design, which is to be a super achiever. It gives you a chance to clear all the bunk in the past and allows you to just run and actually finish a day. I had another guy said it was the best night of sleep I ever had after the $1 million day. So now some people are like, well, what does this have to do with me making money? Well, you'll see. You'll see. But you think that's important, and it actually isn't.
I'd love to just say on that because I didn't think any of that stuff was important like my whole first year. Like, it just bothered me that everybody kept saying, oh, you got to do this mindset set. And I'm like, no, I need to know how to do this. I need to know how to get this to set up, how to get this. And that was, like, so my focus. And I made money, and I was doing okay with it. But it seriously wasn't until, like, I had a switch. I mean, people always say they had a switch. I was on a webinar, and I was listening to the leaders, and every one of them kept talking about personal development and going through these mindset things, and that was the difference. And finally, it was like, really? That stuff really makes that much difference, but if they're all saying it, it has to be true. And that was like the first instinct. I actually let it in to that maybe it was true, and then it completely changes you. If you actually do that stuff first, then you're actually open to being able to make this money, and all the crap that you don't even know is there becomes forefront. You can deal with it, get it out of the way. And then when I started coaching people, it became so apparent to me because I could give the same information to two different people. One person could take it and run, and the other person it could fall apart with it. And what was the difference? It was up in their mind. So it's absolutely so important. Absolutely. So that was my personal experience with that.
With the gamified experience, we're creating an easy, like I think in the past without gamification, it's kind of like you're still winging it. Like you've got this content, but you've got to kind of wing it through it. Like a gamification is just so simple. Like it's like we walk through, like do this, then do that, then do that, then do that, then do that. And people have those breakthroughs. And we're seeing people now, all of a sudden, people are doing direct response marketing. They're starting to do technicality things like videos and search engine optimization. They're starting to do all those kind of lame techno things that must be done. But if you don't have the mindset and the breakthrough, it's just you're not going to do it, and you're going to frustrate. And so, you know, Vince, that you asked a very expensive question, so it didn't deserve a cheap answer. You know, what is ILN going to do for somebody?
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's not going to do anything if you buy it. But if you engage it, I mean, there's no telling. Like, there's no telling. You've got guys like Mike Hobbs who form partnerships with Adam Whiting, and they do 150 to 200,000 a month.
Yep.
And they take Solomon CEO and say that was the basis of it. You know, and whenever we struggle, we go back to Solomon and we just go through that content again, and that's how we renew our. I mean, like, there's no telling what you might do for yourself. There's just no telling. So that's my answer.
Rock and roll, brother. All right, get out of here.
I'm out. Love you guys.
Boom.
Yeah.
I will see you tomorrow. All right, rock and roll. All right, Brenda, I'm going to get out. You can go ahead and get out of here if you want, and I'm just going to finish up. I'm going to tell people about the part that, you know, is not from the heart, from the money, essentially.
The money.
And that's about it. And then I'm getting out of here. All right?
This would be like the shortest hangout in history for ILN now.
I'm working hard on it. It's 45 minutes. So.
I love it. That's
all
my
right.
schedule. All right, well, thanks for having me. Yep. Talk to you guys soon.
All right, peace.
Bye.
All right, y'all. Well, we are not going to have a 2-hour-long webinar tonight for once because, like Mark said, at the end of the day, there's really no selling, there's no telling or convincing that's going on anymore. It's $14.95 a month, right? It's only $14.95 a month. So, like I said, let's talk how you get action real quick. Right down here below the video you're watching, right here, it says click here to start learning and earning. I want you guys to remember 100% money back guarantee. You got nothing to lose, all right? Boom, click on that. And right here, you're going to see the Internet Lifestyle Network Apprentice Membership. However long it takes you to fill that out is essentially how long it's going to take you to get access to the Internet Lifestyle Network University. Right here, you're going to learn that $8-figure million-dollar day that's we were talking about all freaking night pretty much about people having breakthroughs. Like I said, there's 100 and something comments back there. Then you're going to have the branding and attraction marketing, the discovery, and the Facebook marketing. Now, for those of you guys who are here who are actually in and rocking and rolling with this kind of stuff, go ahead and, like, to say, transparency is everything. That's why we have the comments over here on the right side of this video. Let people know over here how powerful this stuff is because it just is. It's all there is to it. And like I said, $14.95 a month for that. The money-making part of it, if you come in and you become an affiliate, you make $7.50 of that for every person that you bring in here for $14.95 a month. All right. Then down here, the Inner Circle training, that's $95 a month. You can join the Inner Circle at any time. We don't, tell you to do it instantly if you haven't gone through the $1 million day, but if you've gone through this stuff, we definitely tell you to go ahead and upgrade yourself. But that's $95 a month. You'll be making $50 per person, every single person that you put in there, every single month, recurring income. Okay, recurring income is how you essentially set up your quote-unquote retirement, so you can have recurring income coming in. Kings and Queens training, all this stuff. There's really no reason that I need to talk about what it is. It's like seriously every single person in the industry anybody who's gone through this stuff. But in here, this is a $200 course. You're going to get paid $100. This is a $500 course. You're going to get paid $250. This is a $1,000 course. You're going to get paid $500. This is a $1,500 course. You're going to get paid $750. So as you can see, as you just upgrade your life, you're going to be upgrading your income. Literally, the value that comes out of your mouth is going to be what you create and how much money you're going to earn. That's all there is to it. So as you go through here, that's kind of how it's going through. So right now, all we got open is the Apprentice for you and the Inner Circle. We on purpose have not launched this. Our company is only about a month old, so we want to make sure that people really engage and dive in. If we were money hungry and this community was about the money, this would be open already, and we would say get in, get in, get in, get in, get in. All right? That's not what it's about. And you also don't have to own these products to sell them. Okay? There's a $14.95 a month affiliate fee you'll find out, and you can sell everything for $14.95 a month. You don't have to own the Inner Circle training to make money on it. You don't have to own the leadership branding to make money on it. You don't even have to own the Solomon 10 million plus that's $1,500 to make the $750 on it. All right? So that's the beautiful part about this situation as well. Because at the end of the day, it's not about the money game. You can create an amazing income, okay, with what we're doing. But we want to make sure that you know that it's about your leadership and your wisdom, okay? And then other than that, I mean, like I said, we had that GRN on the back end. It's our high-ticket product, and that's going to give you anywhere from $1,000 to $3,250 to $7,700 commission. And what that GRN product is, you'll find out more when you get inside of the community. It's essentially a travel product that you get access to 5,000 resorts around the world, 5,000 plus resorts around the world, and you can and you can travel for anywhere from 60 to 90% off Expedia's best pricing always. It's like $398 for an entire week for the hot weeks, which is insane. And like literally anywhere around the world. I'm talking about anywhere, like Australia, UK, China, United States, Hawaii. Hawaii is Mark's favorite one. I mean, you go to Hawaii for $400 for the week in a nice resort. Anywhere from 3-star to 4-star, 5-star sometimes, but not very often. But 3 to 4 stars, really nice resorts, full kitchen, full bath, full everything. You'll see that all, but that's not what this is about tonight. Tonight is about you getting access to the $14.95 a month and get rocking and rolling tonight. Okay, so let me just let me go down here one more time to show you what we're working with here. Right here, you're watching me. Click here to start earning and learning. Click on that. $14.95 a month. You'll get rocking and rolling. If, for whatever reason, you've been scammed a million times on the internet and you just want to see what this community's like, because I know many people have been scammed 100 million times on the internet, and I get people messaging me on Facebook every single day. I'm just afraid because I've been scammed so many times. Well, we have a transparent, open company on purpose. Right here it says take a free $97 24-hour ILN test drive. That's going to get you access to our community, okay? And our Facebook community is essentially how you're going to find out whether or not that, let me turn my chat off because it's blinging on me. It's going to figure out, it's going to let you figure out. Hold on, let me stand by. Let me go back just in case you missed that. Here on the top right, where you're watching this, take a free test drive, enter your name and email, click yes, I'll give it a shot. You'll come over to our community. Up here on the very top right, it's going to say join. Go ahead and request to join. We'll have to approve you. And then once we approve you, you'll come inside and literally you can ask the members of our community if we are legit. Because I know a lot of you guys out there are, in situations where you've bought product after product after product after product, expecting it to change your life and all that stuff. So, it's all good if you're in that situation and you want to take a test drive, you come in and you really feel it out. All right? And you see, member after member after member after member after member after member after member. Videos and members and new people and taking the training, and it's really kind of insane. All right? I still get kind of like, whoa, every time. And then, what's coming up too, I didn't tell you guys this. Like I said, go ahead and jump in there, ask all your questions, whatever. Now, I just want you guys to remember, I always tell everybody, whatever you do right now in this situation of your life, okay, whatever your decision is right now is the people that you're going to attract into your life. So if your decision is to take test drive, that's the kind of people you're going to have come in your life, test drive people. If your decision is action taking, that's the kind of people you're going to have in your life is action taking people. It's the law of attraction. You attract how you act. It's already pretty much proven. All right, there's book after book after book of it, but if you really go into the leadership mindset right now instead of going into the leadership mindset tomorrow or the next day, what's going to happen is you're going to attract people who go into this leadership wisdom and this leadership mindset right now. Click on that button below and get started. That's the kind of people you want in your life. Otherwise, you're going to be just grinding and grinding and grinding through life, and that sucks, okay? Be speedy. Don't procrastinate, and those are the kind of people that are going to come in your life. It's speed, really. If you want to make a lot of money, it's about speed. It's about staying consistent, and it's about being fast. It's about taking quick decisions. It's not about taking slow decisions, asking my husband or asking my wife or asking my friends, what do you think about this? That's not what it is. That's not what creates income. It's about quick action-taking things, okay? You attract how you act. Just remember that. Put that in the back of your mind if you want to become a leader. What you're going to attract in your life is exactly how you're going to act, okay? It's exactly how you're going to act, all right? So let me run over something real quick, which is super exciting. Next month, August 23rd, 24th, we're having an event, and it's going to be awesome. Because what happens is when you take these digital transactions online, it goes to a certain extent. You can start creating a good income online, all right? You can create, I feel like you can get all the way up to maybe $5,000, $10,000 a month like I've already done without having the personal interaction. But if you want to really go crazy and if you want to excel it faster, you got to get yourself to live events. If you don't get yourself to live events, then what's going to happen is people are always going to wonder if you're serious. Okay? When you get yourself in a position, you take a picture with me, Mark, the leaders in our community, then people will look at ILN or whatever you're in and go, damn, that person's serious. Once again, it's attract how you act. So we have an event coming up August 23rd, 24th. I'm going to show you a little thing real quick that it's just a little overview. But you can get your tickets right here when you jump inside. And let me just go to my screen. Of course, I can't shut up. I was going to end this webinar, but that just doesn't happen. All right, hold on. Let's see. Going to the screen, as you can see right here, once you get inside, you'll get access to this.
It was just the most incredible event I've ever attended. I'm absolutely grateful. I know this will have a huge impact on my future. Vegas just really upped the game.
The next conference that comes up, you have to come. It'll change the way that you do business. This is what's happening. This is where you can become successful.
Whatever anyone can do to get to the next live event, you need to do it.
Alright, so that's our event that's coming up. You'll see along. It's obviously going to go on tickets and all that good stuff. But down here below, what's happening right now is you see I put it's time to party and learn together. We actually party and have fun. It's not just learning and boring. You'll see that it's really freaking fun what we do. And then also you can see you can get up to 10 tickets right now. The tickets are currently, what are they at right now? $95. They're probably, by the time you get in, they'll probably be $145. But the fact of the matter is they're going up $50 every single 50 people that come in, and then we're ending at 200. So right now, we literally just launched this yesterday. No, I'm sorry, about 4 days ago, 4 or 5 days ago, and we're at 100 tickets already. So we just want to have a nice, small, intimate group because this company's brand new. So what we figure, instead of doing some big, whatever thing, trying to get everybody to come to this event, go promote it and all that stuff, what we want is just ILN people, and we want the core people, the people who started this company, because what's going to happen on anything, on any team that you ever build, if you build a solid foundation, that's what's going to sustain your company, your community, your team. So you have to these people who come in, for those of you guys who are, people are bringing in customers like crazy in ILN. For those of you guys who are doing that, make sure you're super focused, even though they're only paying $14.95 a month, some of them have upgraded. You've got to definitely make sure that you really focus on those inner circles. But for those that are just at that $14.95 a month, those are gold right now. Okay, your team is gold. Those first people, they're gold, because what's going to happen if you establish that strong, solid foundation now, that's going to be the entire presence of your community. Okay, so it's all about establishing those first connections. That's why we care so much about you guys who are already inside the Internet Lifestyle Network already, because you're our core, you're everything to us. Okay, and that's why you see me on Facebook literally 24/7 messaging you guys back and things like that. Sometimes I have to send you support because I don't know what any technical question is, or things like that. Maybe if you've mistyped something or whatever, but I can't do that kind of stuff. But if you have a question about leadership and stuff like that, those of you guys who know I'm out there, those of you guys who are out there asking me those questions, you know that I'm here to answer those kind of questions for you. Okay, so that's what we're doing. This is fun. This is exciting. Like I said, Mark put it the best. What's the Internet Lifestyle going to do for you? It's not going to do anything unless you come in and you actually take action. But if you come in and you take action, all I can tell you from my experience is what you're going to experience inside is going to change your life. That's all I know. That might be a quote-unquote whatever. Everybody always says it's going to change your life. But, I can tell you that I'm living in a house right now where people are taking 30 to 50 years just to get in this neighborhood. I can tell you that I'm creating more income in 1 month than people are creating in their entire year on the Internet. So I can tell you from my personal experience that can happen to you. I can't guarantee that's going to happen to you because obviously I jumped inside. I was speedy in my business. I attract action takers because I was an action taker. I'm invested really high into this. Okay, I have the product that's expensive where I can make a lot of money, but at the end of the day, I started small. When I started my journey, I didn't have a bunch of money, so I learned how to do a bunch of free promotion tactics and strategies to attract people to me, which I teach you inside. And I started gathering an email list. All right. And then what happens is you start to make a little bit of income. You start to visualize what can happen. And then, there's stepping stones. There's huge leaps that you're going to take. The huge leap that you take is when you buy something and you actually create a possibility in your life that was never there. So when you get inside and you actually upgrade and you go through this process and you become part of the Global Resorts Network and our higher ticket, when you actually open up your, essentially business portfolio to having that kind of income, that's when your entire mind just goes crazy. All right, so I don't want to, tell you to come in here. Like I said, this is our whole focus and our whole goal is to get yourself the $1 million a day, change your life right there immediately. You can see, testimony after testimonial about it, and then go through the free strategies that I give you inside of there. And then you'll start to attract some people to webinars just like this. We sell for you. You don't have to sell anything. And, like Mark said, there's really no selling here. It's just the truth of what's happening. And then once you go through that process, you decide how far you want to go, essentially. If you stay in the apprentice, you're going to stay stuck in that apprentice level. We, on purpose, only get you to a certain level in the apprentice because you need to literally upgrade your life. Okay, you get to certain points in your life and you have to invest more money to get to the next thing. Okay, literally money is going to get you to the place you've always wanted to be. That's all there is to it. And whether you got to put it on a credit card, whether you got to go ask somebody for a loan or whatever, you have to have money. You have to invest to be able to go out there and give more value to the world. All right, so that's all there is to it. But $14.95 a month, 100% money back guarantee. You might as well get started with us to feel us out. Like I said, if you have to, I think it's on this side over here. If you have to, take that free $97 value test drive. You know, come in here, ask the community, see if I'm just talking, you know, basically shit, and go from there. You know, because at the end of the day, you know, I could sit here and tell you all day long that my life changed, and I could tell you that I'm living in this ridiculous house and have this lifestyle that, you know, pretty much nobody has on the planet, but maybe 1%. But at the end of the day, this is my company, so maybe you just don't trust me yet because you've been through so many obstacles in your life and things like that. But I can tell you from experience that it's going to work for you if you actually take action. All right? You can jump in here, like I said, ask people, go crazy. You know? At the end of the day, I'm going to try to end this up right now. So that's all I know. If you guys have any questions, you can ask me inside of the Facebook group if you have questions that are like, you know, like what's going to happen here and there or whatever. But other than that, $14.95 a month, join us, get rocking. You're going to attract how you act. Who do you want to attract in your life? That's what's going to happen. This is the decision in your life that's going to change everything for you if you come inside and you take action. And I believe that you're going to do that because I believe on a, Wednesday night, you could be doing a whole lot better things according to the world. You could be watching soap operas or reality shows or, you know, you could go to tacos and get some stuff with your family, but you're here on where most people are out having fun, right? But they're not excelling their life and getting to themselves to the place they want to be. Or you can sit here, take action, get started, rock and roll with us, and change your life. What do you want to do? That's for you to decide. Who do you want to attract? That's for you to decide. I can't make you do anything, but I can tell you that what you're going to do and what you're going to experience is changing people's lives all over the world, and you can see it. And you can look us up all day long, and you're going to find over and over and over of testimony after testimony of people's lives transforming. Love you guys. Have a beautiful day, and I'll see you on the next webinar. Rock and roll.